CA.
Thanks, Amber. It is 8:40 on this Sunday morning. Dr. Divi Chandra with me now, a physician, a family physician, and also you say you're a mind-body practitioner. So what does that mean exactly?
So in mind-body medicine, what we do is we teach people tools and techniques to help heal their body. So they learn how to use their mind to accentuate with their breath. And then when they're thinking with their breath and focusing on their body, they actually learn how to relax their body. So we teach everything from visualization to imagery to meditation to biofeedback. And when they do it regularly, their body actually relaxes and actually feels really good.
Interesting. Now, you say a lot of your clients deal with chronic pain. So you brought us 5 tips for dealing with pain for people to start off the bat.
Right. So there's a lot of good things we can do with pain that people don't realize. Our body and minds are actually very interconnected. And in mind-body medicine, we actually think everything is interconnected. So we can't separate our work and our stress from our bodies and our health. So we actually look at stress as a big component of pain. If we look at stress and actually look at a person in pain, the stress is actually compounding their muscles to get tighter. So we teach them tools and techniques to breathe and to relax the stress. So really simple is to just close your eyes, breathe for 5 or 10 minutes. On my website, I've got a couple really easy meditations where somebody can listen for 5 minutes, just focus on the breath. And the more they do that, the more they'll actually relax their muscles. And when they relax their muscles, their pain actually starts to dissipate. It takes time and practice, but they can do it.
Okay. Yeah. What about when you think about pain? Is it necessarily a bad thing, or is your body telling you something?
Yeah, in mind-body medicine, like I said, we think everything's connected. So we don't think pain is a bad thing. In our society, we're actually taught that if we get a disease or an illness or pain, that we should actually run and be afraid of it. But we don't think that. In mind-body medicine, we actually look at something happening in our body is actually a message. So it's a message for our whole life. Now, you're not going to figure that out right away. But over time, you'll start to see, oh, okay, maybe there's a connection here. And then as you realize that, you start to unravel that. So I call it making peace with your body and actually loving the part that's hurting. And as you do that, you calm things down.
What about meditation? How easy is it to get into meditation?
It takes practice. I can tell you for myself, I got into medical school when I was 19 years old, so I had a really chattery mind. So now I can meditate quite easily, but it took me a while to practice. So I tell people just 5 or 10 minutes every day, just practice meditation, just practice feeling good. And when they start to meditate, what happens is they break the pattern between their thoughts and their emotions. When they break the thought to the emotion, they actually create a gap, and they actually start to feel better and feel happier.
Very interesting. What about movement? How important is it to move?
Movement is key. A lot of people with pain stay stuck in their body and they don't move at all. But whatever you can do, do it. Do even a little bit. Walk from here to the corner store. Get out, go for a swim. The pool is amazing because the pool will actually bring your body up and it doesn't hurt as much. You probably noticed that when you're in the pool. Another big thing is things like restorative yoga, getting blocks and bolsters around you to support your body so you're out of pain. Tai Chi, all of these activities are really great. So whatever you can do, do it. Just take one step at a time.
Now, we've heard a lot recently about laughter.
Yeah. Laughter is great. There's a ton of studies out there on that laughter is great for pain. I don't mean like giggle laughter, I mean like deep guttural laughter, like where you're laughing from the gut of your core. And what happens when you start doing that is you actually start to feel better. There's a ton of studies that laughter is incredible for pain.
Yeah, there's some laughter yoga classes that you can get involved with.
I know, it's great. I can't say I've actually done it myself, but I've heard and there's a lot on YouTube that you can actually laugh and actually feel really good.
Very interesting. Well, we did receive several email questions for you. And so let's check in with Caitlin from Vernon right away. She says that she has really bad anxiety and she would prefer to treat it naturally as opposed to pharmaceutical drugs. Are there any specific exercises or products that you would recommend?
Sure, Caitlin, that's a great question. So what I'm going to get you to do, Caitlin, is put your right hand on your chest wall and your left hand on your belly button and just start to breathe. And what you'll notice most people will start to do is they'll notice that their right hand moves more. For a person suffering from anxiety, we get them to breathe into their left hand. When they do that, that's actually belly breathing. And belly breathing is how babies breathe. If you have kids, you watch them, they all breathe through their belly. As adults, we get all stressed we get in our mind, and we forget to breathe through the belly. So belly breathing, trying that for 5 to 10 minutes, Caitlin, really makes a big difference. So just put your hand on your belly and breathe in and out of that. Don't worry about feeling fat or don't worry about any of that stuff. Just breathe into your hand, and you'll start to notice that you will feel better. It's excellent for anxiety.
Very interesting. Yeah. All right. Anthony in New West emailed us, and he said he has occasional panic attacks. How can I help reduce the frequency and deal with them?
So same thing, Anthony, as I just said to Caitlin. Try to do that belly breathing regularly. A lot of people don't realize that panic attacks are because anxiety has been there for a long time. With panic attacks, people start to avoid doing things. So they'll avoid getting on the bus. They'll avoid, taking the subway because they feel like it's triggering it. So don't do those things right now. Just start to do belly breathing, start meditating, start feeling good. I always say get out and be happy. On a day like today, it's gorgeous out there. Get out, look at the mountains, feel Stanley Park, feel the grass underneath your feet. Get happy, calm the body down. Panic attacks are because our body is wound up, and when you have to unwind it slowly, eventually it starts to work.
Okay, interesting. All right, we have Pete on the phone from Nanaimo with a question for Dr. Divi. Pete, what's your question?
Yes, is it possible to lower my blood pressure with your method? And if so, how can I maintain it at a lower rate?
Oh, it's a fantastic question, Pete. And yes, I've taught many, many clients how to do it. Basically, all the techniques I just talked about really do help. Go to my website or go to YouTube and just get some meditations out. First thing in the morning is a great place to start the day. Just get out, turn on a 5-10 minute meditation, breathe, relax, and then you'll notice when you get stressed out, you'll notice when you get nervous. And it happens through our day. When you start to feel that way, go back to how you felt in the morning, and then you'll actually start to bring your blood pressure down gradually and regularly. I've worked with it with lots of clients, but it takes concerted effort, Pete. So just start.
So you say that there is a meditation program that you can do as opposed to just sort of sitting with your eyes closed and breathing. It's something that helps people who've never meditated before sort of get on that course?
Exactly. I teach a lot of workshops and programs, not just on meditation, but on understanding our thoughts, understanding our emotions. And over time, when you start to do it, it really does work.
Okay.
It takes work, yeah.
Dr. Divi, thank you so much. Lovely to meet you. Look forward to having you back. If you have a question for any of the experts we feature on the Sunday Morning News, send us an email. You can get more information on Dr. Divi on her website, drdivi.com. Follow her on Twitter, or email us, weekendnews@globaltv.com. And that's great. Lovely to see you.
Thanks, Lynn. That was great.
Okay, 8:46 right now. Let's check in with Sonia and see what's happening with our small town this Sunday.
Thanks so much, Lynn. They call it the gateway to the Wild West Coast. Port Alice